Yeah, we've been really speaking about it, and well, for most of the year, to be honest. And Ricky Pettard had 14 for the game. I don't know how many were in the forward 50, Rick, but I reckon he'd had, I don't know, 10 or 11. I think it might be something like that. For him to be able to do that was outstanding, and he was one of many in the forward line who put pressure on to try and put as much pressure on their backs as they brought the ball out of their back 50. They're a very good kicking team out of their back 50. So we really had to put pressure on them there, but it was a good sign. 88 tackles is good effort. Good effort.
Was that a special focus for you on
that? I suppose, like all clubs, we like to get out. We want to win the tackle count. We want to win the contested possession count. I mean, that goes without saying. It's a stat that's there every single week. So, but the tackle count, where you tackle the ball, is the most important thing. And there have been times during the year where we've been tackling, in our back half, if you like, too often. But today we were able to get the ball in deep, and our forwards were able to compete and mark. If they weren't, then the forwards were then able to tackle and put pressure on. So that was really pleasing to see the forwards work, because they do work hard chasing, but to get those tackle count up was terrific.
What did you make of the third quarter? That last goal aside, the 110 off the wage return?
No, it wasn't, but I thought we pressed the ground pretty well. We pushed and pressed well. We covered dangerous space. Our blokes that were 20, 40, 60, 80 away were in good positions for the dangerous space to cover. So yeah, it was just opportunities we didn't take, and but at least we were creating them. You can look at the end result and say, we kicked poorly or we didn't take our chances. But if you look at how the numbers are accumulating during the quarter, our blokes that were 20, 40, 60, 80 off with their positioning, covering the dangerous space, pressed well and pushed hard. So that was good. We just didn't score enough, that's all. And sometimes the momentum you create can quickly be changed by a kicking goal to the opposition, or a goal they get out of their back 50 quickly, and all your effort doesn't show on the scoreboard. But the numbers were giving us confidence.
What was that when over a team that is compared to you, both I guess 9 versus 10, but also in terms of your overall development?
Yeah, look, today was really important because of the build-up with both clubs having a lot of young players, both clubs developing players, and it was the build-up to the game was about that. But I thought blokes like Brad Green were very good for us again today. Like his last couple of weeks have been outstanding. Greenie, Jared Rivers down back was great. Brent Maloney was terrific. Nathan Jones, one of our leaders as well, who just gives his all every week. So although the game was built up around a lot of the young drafted players, I thought our senior guys were very good, and we got a game back into Mark Jomo, which was great. Some of Colin Sylvia's tackling was first class in the forward line, and his work around the stoppage was hard and tough. So our senior blokes, I thought, were still very, very good today.
Had a pretty good game, Jack Watts, apart from the 3 goals. He was very someone who goes to definitely gave him direction up there.
Yeah, no, I think Jack's been pretty consistent with his performance over the last period of time. So that's good. But he's still a work in progress, and he works hard, and he just needs to be consistent like that for the rest of the year.
About the consistency that you've talked about, being hot and cold over the last 6 weeks or so. Did you see some really good signs today as far as that's concerned?
I didn't see at the start of the game when I think we were 0-6 inside 50s, 0-7 inside 50s. I think they'd kicked 2 goals. That wasn't the start that we'd planned and what we expected. But for us to work our way back into the other 18 minutes of the first quarter was good. So, but the consistency only can come if we keep playing games and keep playing well. So we've come off 2 6 days. We've got another 6-day break now going into a Friday night game. So that's going to be from a recovery, from a physical point of view, to play 3 6 days in a row is going to be a real challenge for us to come up on Friday night and play against the Dogs. So from a physical fitness point of view, from a medical point of view, I don't think we'll be doing too much this week.
Pretty measured in their celebrations the last 2 weeks. Great Green said good quarter for you. Was that a certain effort as part of the maturity?
I just think it's Brad Green's leadership, to be honest. He's, when you got a player like Brad who's been around for I don't know how many, 200 and something games, Ryan. He's they're the sorts of things that Greenie does. They're the things that he thinks about. They're the things that he just goes ahead and does without any prompting from anyone really. He knows his role. He's really excited about being captain of Melbourne, and he's just been outstanding for the whole year. I know in the last couple of weeks he's really grabbed hold of players during the week when they needed a shake, and he didn't miss anyone with some of his views during the week. So he's been very, very strong. And for him to kick 3 today and lead from the front, he's just been first class.
Is it more important with the short weeks to really lock them on for the next assignment, or can you give them time to enjoy this?
I always think that the first 2 or 3 hours, today, from the rest of this afternoon for tonight, you're going to enjoy the feeling of winning. I mean, you do play the game to win, so you don't want to take that feeling away from them too soon. But within 24 hours, it's all washed over you, and within 24 hours, you're back into next Friday night game, which is a big challenge for us at Etihad. So, if the objective is to win, you want to at least give some of that. They want to learn and they want to have that feeling, so it becomes a regular thing, and hopefully consistency builds from there.
Is the venue next week another ingredient?
No, it hasn't been too good, Etihad, no. So it's the same grass, so we'll see what happens next week. But we've got to make sure we compete really hard next week. I mean, it's a Friday night game, so we're going to be under the spotlight and the microscope, and we've got to show what a pre-season and can do for us, and how we recover during the week to play well Friday night. I'm not sure about Joel. He before the game. He was feeling a bit crook in his knee, and we put him through a test. There was a little bit of swelling there, but not much. It just felt a bit awkward for him. But he went and played, and when we had the opportunity to sub, we subbed him. So he's walking around okay. But we'll have to wait and see the next 24 hours with him. Hopefully he'll be okay. Yeah, Russian. I think as the game wore on, Russian started to get into the game a little bit more. Some of his ruck work, I thought, in the second half was better than the first half. I thought his tap work was good. Obviously, him having him forward, we took that contested mark was good for us. But he's got that first game out of the way, so he'll be happy to get it out of the way in a week of training, and he'll only get better from now on. I think he'll be better second up, I reckon. Again, next week will determine, the motivation or the factor from this week. But we need to make sure that we can get on a roll and perform well each quarter. Like even today, we won the first 2, we drew the third and lost the last. So we've only won 2 quarters today, even though we've won the game, which is what it's all about. We're looking at trying to build some consistency and effort during every minute of every quarter. And but I think if we can get on a roll and the confidence of the guys can grow and we can stay at that level. I mean, this Friday night's a super important game for us, and I'm going to mention it again. But the 3-6 days is a great challenge for us on Friday night. It's a great challenge for what we can produce, and we need to ensure that Friday night is a real test for our competitiveness. And also, I think today we handballed too much. Like if you look over the game, we're under pressure when we handball, but I think we created that extra handball when we didn't need to. We didn't kick the ball enough today, so we need to address that during the week.
Did you ever sign up with the Gold Coast watching that game?
Yeah. Yep. We had a forward. Yes, yeah. We had a forward scout up there watching the game.
So when does he report back to you on Monday?
No, I'll ring him tomorrow, and hopefully he'll pick up his phone, and I'll talk to him about the game and everything. So and we'll have a report from him. We'll have a preliminary report, if you like, Monday, and we'll have a full report by Tuesday.
So does your planning start pretty well from tomorrow, or start now?
Yeah, well, yeah, no, it's a good question, Bruce, because what happens is that from now onwards, we code the game now for tonight and tomorrow, and our forward scout will be ringing me tomorrow, probably in the afternoon, about key matchups and players who he's watched, because we generally like to watch them two, maybe 3 weeks out. And like I said, his preliminary report will be Monday to us, So he'll go through areas of the ground over the last 2 or 3 weeks, areas in the game, stoppages and contested ball, some stats, but also some visual observations he makes on Monday. So by Monday night we're editing and cutting games up for Monday night for the players, etc. So yeah, you do get straight into it pretty quick.
So you actually wrote McKenzie and Frawley gave them a couple of big defensive tasks.
Yeah, no, I thought Chipper was good. I think you talk about matchups that's going to be around for the next 10 years. I think Frawley and Rewell are going to be matched up pretty often over the next period of time. So I think that's an exciting thing to see over the next period. Obviously, we get them again near the end of the year, rounds with 3 or 4 to go or something like that. So obviously, Chipper will be keen to try and get another one, but Rewalt's a very, very exciting player. Don't mean too many opportunities to kick goals. So that's a great matchup. I thought Chipper was good today. He had a lot of. We were able to, through our press and push, he was very good in being able to position himself well. And Jordan McKenzie plays well every week, Geordie. So we just expect him to play well every week, and he's a super competitor. And he's one of the first blokes picked.